And at that point, he just went into cardiac arrest. And I ran down the hall with him in my arms, yelling for doctors. And about, I want to say 20 of them came into that room and started working on his heart. And I talked to him slowly and carefully and clearly throughout that process. And at a certain point, I felt that the connection I felt with him snapped and that he was not there. And I fainted. I felt like I was in an ecstatic state. It was very strange. It was like I was going with him. But I fainted, and they took me into another room and revived me while the doctors worked on his heart. And my husband arrived, and he was just desperate. He said, "Oh, it's over." And I said, "No, it's not over till it's over. Let's ask him to come back."
Let's ask Mark to come back.
Yeah, so we spoke to him from the other room and said we wanted him to come with us. And I felt that he was actually there. And after a few minutes, the doctors came in and said, "We don't want to get your hopes up, but his heart started again."
You said you felt his presence in that room?
I felt that he heard us and that he was going back into his body. So we went into the room where he was. And very soon his heart stopped. He didn't have enough oxygen. That's the problem with pulmonary hypertension. His body couldn't sustain his life. And then he left. I mean, we could feel it happen. He breathed out, and it was like I could see like a little trace of silver up on the ceiling, and a feeling that he was departing. And after that, he didn't seem to be there anymore. That's just how it felt. I just felt that he'd gone. He was no longer in the room. And I also felt that he was delighted to be out of the body. He was full of joy. And that really surprised me because I was absolutely not that. I was completely brokenhearted. And I went into that experience with a very different view of death.